So the other night my brother asked me this question. What is the point of life? You ask that question. What is the point of life? You get some interesting responses. For example, some people would say, there's no point in life. In fact, the only thing you can really do is give it your best shot. Try to do your own thing. Hope for the best. Try to make some meaning in life. Because as a whole, life is meaningless. I couldn't disagree more. But I understand the thought. I think we all have that sometimes. We have to answer a question, though, before we ask this question. I mean, we know people for thousands of years have been asking this question. In Ecclesiastes, King Solomon asked this question. He says, meaningless, meaningless, everything's meaningless. What is the purpose of life, then? What is the purpose of life if everything's meaningless? Is it to observe the beauty that surrounds us? The wonder and the awe of a night like this? The lightning bugs roam. It's the purpose of life to try to do what we were meant to do. To try to know something, to become something. The Greeks had that question, is it about being or is it about doing? You might ask the question, can you really tell the difference? Isn't who you are somehow informing what you do? To me, it comes down to this. We know that life, in its fullest, requires something from us. It requires that we give, and it requires that we receive. It requires that we give and receive the right kind of things. Good things. You know, somebody once said something to me. It made a lot of sense. It was a friend of mine. Called in a rough time. My wife and I had just lost our baby. And it was hard. It was sad. It was impossible to understand why. And this friend said to me, you know, sometimes you just need to know somebody's there with you. And we got a card from a lady who sympathized with us who had also lost a baby. And her words, the last words in that card, were very profound. She said, you're not alone. Not alone in this world. Not alone in our grief, not alone in our sorrow. There's someone there. Someone with you. When you're not alone, it means you can share something with somebody else. That something is love. If we share love with each other, and if we give and receive love with each other, I believe the wonders of another dimension open up on earth. Some way, heaven draws near. Like these little flashes of light you see across the yard. Lightning bugs. All they have now is just a speck, just a glimmer, and it's short, and it flickers in the night, then it goes out. But it comes back again and again and again. And you might say that their lives are pathetic and short and meaningless. Why bother glowing? But I believe the lightning bugs have caught on to something. They've got a light and they're letting it shine. You have a light and you can let it shine. And it's called love. Sharing that light and that love with other people. And the question we might ask is, where does this light come from? Is it something we evolved? Is it something we made, created, that nature invented? Look at the clouds, look at the sky, moon. I can only conclude that this is no invention of humanity. But all this, the very reality and essence of beauty and nature and love, points us back to God, the Creator, and the light of the cross. Know Jesus and let your light shine.